working for the Huts under the table to take people out. After doing that for quite some time, he got close to working his debt off and made an agreement to do one final hit to free himself from all that stuff. And while he was there, it was a fairly substantial target. He went and uh, one second. He went and saw. Shellis. Why did I forget her name? Went and saw
Very
Shellis
forgettable.
there. Oh yeah, went and saw Shellis there, and he knew of her. Didn't know too much about what she was doing, so he pulled her aside, and they ended up working together to take that person out and dismantle all the stuff that was going on there. And with the Huts kind of gone, he went under her organization, doing more of what he did for the Huts, essentially, just with a little bit more purpose this time. And to get into some of those fancy areas, he used his fame as a racer to essentially get invited to places that a normal Togruta shouldn't really be at.
In fact, doubled down on the whole racing shtick, right? So
Hmm.
becoming more famous than
Yeah,
he
he's
ever
he's
has
got he's got
before.
he's got his own team now. Some people that are
Ooh.
actually making swoop bikes for him. He's got a completely custom swoop bike to give that just that little bit of a give the tools that he needs to be able to
Prestige.
fully utilize his skills.
And is basically selling those designs slightly modified, obviously, so that he still has to maintain his boost, right? Is that
Yeah,
what you decided?
yeah, and honestly, some of that money, it's tough maintaining a yacht. It's tough maintaining a Sith yacht that I now own. So,
That's
but it's
true.
my favorite vehicle of choice.
And shall we go to Otho next?
Sure. So Otho herself, having finally retrieved her lightsaber and feeling a bit more established on Nar Shaddaa and more confident in her own abilities, has actually started to gather a number of acolytes and a few apprentices around herself into her own little kind of exclave of Shellis's operation, and has actually been entrusted to do a bit of oversight over the main city that we are all stationed in. Mostly, she has kept doing what Shellis was starting in the first place, mainly maintaining infrastructure and kind of dragging this place back from the abyss. But she has also renovated and is currently expanding a sort of archive monastery type area on the outside of the city that she is using as her own personal base, as well as a training area for the Force sensitives she's started to gather around herself.
What would you say is the philosophy of her school?
You still can't see you because you're blocking the camera.
Yeah, I'm still eating right now. Don't worry. I'm just
Eat
eating
on
a burger.
camera, you jerk.
Basically, her own specific brand of Force use emphasizes cooperation between different Force users as opposed to the Sith desire to kind of overcome and dominate everyone around you. Basically, even a group of smaller and less experienced people can still be stronger than one single person, as well as understanding yet controlling your emotions to draw from them but not let them overcome you.
Sorry, maybe I tuned out. Did you overcome the dark side?
Not particularly.
Cooperation. It's the path to the dark side.
Basically, she is still drawing on the dark side of the Force, but is doing it in a way that she isn't so much embracing the hatred and envy and the more negative emotions, more so the attachments to other people and these stronger emotions concerning them. So still technically dark side stuff, but not as malevolent as a lot of other techniques.
Right. It's not something the Jedi would kind of be like totally okay with.
No.
No, famously, you
Alright.
can't get married or have a romance.
You can pretty much guarantee
Unless your
that
species is
both
endangered.
Jedi and Sith are going to find Otho a little heretical.
Yeah. That's the struggle.
Yeah.
But it's worth it.
And Theta. Save the big reveal for last.
Yeah, not really a big reveal. Ah, jeez. I didn't get any sleep last night, so let's see if I can what I can remember off the cuff, having not written anything down. I spent a lot of the year, or I guess half of the year maybe, gambling across the galaxy. Although I did apparently a lot of it in the Hutt territory, so they're not happy with me. And yeah, you remember how I got like $1 million in a day? Well, I spent half of a year gambling, and I'm a lucky guy. And I started using those indulgences to go after the things that I wanted to go after, namely relics from the Zim War, which I was a huge fan of. And I came across a ship that was being salvaged, and they were running out of funds on that salvaging operation, so I decided, I'll pay for it, and I will just buy it all out with the money that I won gambling. So now I have this giant capital ship from the Zim era, but it's been overhauled to the modern age. Additionally, I just spit this out here because I don't remember if it's true or not. I've hired Goraz onto the crew,
Correct.
and he's been helping me. Oh, also, I'm a pirate now because fuck the Authority. I don't bend
Seems to be
anyone's
a
will
theme.
but my own, yeah. And I've been, just picking up people along the way who believe in the same things I do, which is basically get laid, get paid. And yeah, I mean, I got I don't know, 5,000 people or more.
Hmm.
under me.
Goddamn.
Well, I mean, it's a pretty massive ship. I gotta get this thing crewed. Some of
Literally
them
a
are
capital
droids.
ship, isn't it?
It's literally a capital ship. Yeah, some of these things are droids because I kind of, I don't like to take slaves. I give people the option. Hey, join the crew or just get the fuck out. I'm gonna take all your stuff though. I am a pirate, and that's how me and Terran have been getting along lately. Is I raid his competition.
Hey, let me
Oh.
tell you exactly what's on their manifest real quick. Look, this one's real profitable.
Oh no.
Yeah, this
Good,
other
now we'll swipe up that contract next.
yeah, this other guy outbid me on this on this transportation thing that I wanted. So I'll head out there. No one's gonna stop me. I mean, I pose a threat to governments. I just don't actually do that. So, but yeah, no, I've gone from gambler Zool to pirate Zool.
Nice.
Okay, let's get Theta and Stilty Boy to roll Destiny.
Okay.
Please just give us like 8 light side shit.
Yeah, but
Oh,
still,
well.
that's 4 to 2.
4 to 3,
Uh,
because Otho still generates a dark side.
Ah, okay.
Oh,
By
yeah.
the way, I no longer have the ability to remove anymore.
You've lost your power.
Well, something happened where I grossly misjudged the amount of experience that we were messing with, and I had to parse back a very far distance.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's been quite a bit of confusion on how much XP people have.
Well, no,
I don't know
I
how
had
that happened. I take
I
full
was-
responsibility.
Mine was completely right before. I just thought
Correct.
you were saying, hey, take an extra 400, everybody, and you were saying, no, just go up to 400.
Jeez, 3 to 400.
Just go up 2 for.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking, okay, well, we make like 50 every couple of days, so 400 in a year. That makes sense. Okay. I didn't realize it was just balance it out to 400. I was like, all right. Well,
I saw that as a way to get everything organized after the confusion of how much we actually had. So I'm like, this is it now. But that turns out it's actually 450. So I'm like,
Well, I mean,
That's-
it's not really that much confusion. It's just the fact that every species starts at a different total, so
Yeah.
everyone's looking
Right.
at their totals, thinking different things.
Yeah, which is why I've tried to keep very aware of, like, I always started at this amount.
But what
I just
what
put my stuff at 450.
Yeah.
what Theta has done, which I think is wise, is in roll 20 you just put your earned amount instead of
Oh,
including
yeah.
the species amount. That way we can tell that we're all on the same page without too much issue. And yeah,
Okay.
I do have access to the Ogdude's generator and the data for that generator. If people want to have access to it, but we'll worry about that in between sessions since that would take some time.
Yeah.
So where is Terran currently?
Let's go ahead and say Terran currently is in his brand new office. It's decked out with shiny gold, and RT doesn't understand, but it has comfy chairs and a desk, and he gets to pretend he's important at it. And there's a nice computer nook for 2V.
And where's this office at?
It's probably located around the hangars in particular. So his shipping business probably has that office space immediately next to his hangars, and he could probably walk like straight across the street to it.
So is this still on Nar Shaddaa then?
Yeah,
Okay.
or at least my
Uh,
assumption is.
Still in the same general area?
Yeah, exactly. It's where all
So-
of his people are.
So here's what I'm thinking. So we've kind of moved away from that hub area. Well, maybe not. Maybe that's still the best
Yeah,
way
go
for it.
ahead and tell me what you think.
Well,
He could have offices in other places too.
with
but-
Otho basically in control of the infrastructure of this planet right now, you could pretty much have a nook and cranny set up outside of the free city that would allow you to have a little bit more space.
Mhm.
Or
The
you
Terran
could
district.
kind of, right?
Yeah.
So basically where all of that area was destroyed before and we basically had that first battle,
Yeah.
it would be out somewhere in there and it's now been built up and set up the way you wanted it and it's
Right.
whatever
So we
you
got
need.
like one collective area that's like where we used to be, which is Shellis's tower, the neighborhood, and like the hangar. And now we have Otho's neighborhood, which is now Terran's business stuff and also the monastery.
And technically Otho is taken over that from Shellis.
Mhm.
Right.
So it's collectively called Free City, meaning that it's basically free of hut control in all
Mhm.
but name.
Oh, it's a
So the
free
hut's
city, no
still
charge.
the Free City is still paying their dues to the Hut cartel, so that they aren't being illegal and aren't being threatened, but the huts
But we have autonomy
aren't-
otherwise,
exactly.
which is what's really important.
And we probably should determine what the government source, what style of government this city has, but we can do that in a discussion
Yeah.
after this session.
Okay.
Okay.
The other thing is, okay, so Otho's probably there as well, I would assume.
Otho would probably be in her archive right now, probably has a lot of responsibility on her hands right now. Either trying to educate the throng of acolytes or more directly tutoring her 3 actual apprentices. And
Okay.
let me give you that's kind of the idea of the style of the archive itself. It's a pretty basic.
Nice.
Is this the one that's on Nar Shaddaa, or are we talking?
Ooh.
Yes, it is the one that's on Nar Shaddaa.
That'd be
You got a
It's
cool
quite a
building,
building.
you prettied it up.
Yes, pretty much.
Like a giant's throne.
Does
Uh,
Very
Those hollow
uncomfortable giants,
projection up
though.
there. Do a Snoke.
Of the giants from the Ewoks movies could come in there and sit in the
oh god. No,
No.
but basically think of a library, but it's been modified to have things like sparring chambers, very large like greenhouse atriums and stuff like that. So it's primarily a repository for knowledge, but also a training facility.
Thematically more reminiscent of like the Jedi Temple, honestly.
A little bit more.
A little bit more pokies in the
Slightly fewer
architecture.
torture chambers,
Yeah.
unlike a Sith area.
Yeah. Yeah, not nearly as many not as many torture chambers or spikes, just little pokies.
We lost Stealthy.
Be back and in
Just
greater numbers.
overwhelmed by your chair house.
Yes.
And
Uh.
where is Baza?
There's a good chance he might be staying if he's on Nar Shaddaa. He's probably in that same building with around
Nice.
Otho right now, stationed there, because that's usually where he'd be between, we'll say, hits. He's either there or he's on the other side of the galaxy somewhere,
Okay.
working on something.
Either here
If
or as
he's
far
around-
away as
if he-
possible.
If he's around, he's definitely gonna be somewhere around that building where Otho is. Just kind of
And-
stationed, planning out new moves.
We'll say that you are currently. You're probably trying to stay a little bit low key because you just. Well, we'll get to that.
Uh-oh.
Theta,
Oh, I remember what you're talking. Okay.
Theta, where is Zool in his capital ship of
I'm in,
piracy?
yeah, I'm just in deep space.
Okay.
Prowling the interstellar
What-
trade lanes.
He's
What
around.
area of this galaxy?
Let me throw a dart. Promillion trade route.
Okay. I have no idea where that is. So.
Oh, really? It's one of the main trade routes of the galaxy. If
Yeah,
you
but I
were
don't
sorry, I'm
memorize
doing
the
this from
galaxy map.
memory. I want to say if you're looking from the map, it's on the right-hand side near the center, looking to go from nearest the core down towards just below where corporate sector authority would be. I think also below the Tyon hegemony.
Oh, so isn't that like Galactic North? Isn't the corporate sector like north?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Galactic
saying beneath it, and
Mhm.
the Tyon sector would be south of corporate sector authority as well. So I think it goes from just above the galactic center to like down below.
North?
It's either
So
that
it's
or
a-
that's the Hadrian way. I can't remember which one I'm remembering.
What
Right.
planet are you closest to?
Oh, I'm probably not near a planet.
Well, but closest to
Closest.
a planet.
Well, I would actually have to look on a map for that. Because the thing is that if I'm out in the midst of the way, then I'm probably not going to be, randomly encountered, which is the point, since I have bounties on me and whatnot.
Fairly hefty ones too. From.
Yep.
Okay.
So I mean, if you're
Um,
going to contact me, it's probably going to be by hologram.
So, yeah, that's kind of where we're sitting at now. You are all. CNN has been displaying the how would they word this? You know how in our news cycle there's always some story that just keeps being pounded and pounded and talked about and talked about.
Oh yeah.
The current news cycle is completely and utterly aghast at the opening salvo of hostilities being thrown in the galactic war between the Sith Empire and the Republic.
Oof.
There was a peace meeting that was to discuss furtheration of the treaty, and a unknown individual basically killed the main delegates, and there were few survivors, and it's caused quite a stir in the fact that there is now blame being thrown between the Republic and the Sith. Both people lost delegates, but the brunt of it seemed to have been the Republic delegation, who the Sith are claiming were were not truly a peace delegation, but were assassins sent to kill the Sith Lord that was there. And the Republic is saying that the Sith had hired this mercenary group to attack. So yeah, that's where we're basically sitting at. It's been about a week since this has taken place, and how long has Baza been back?
Oh no!
An undisclosed amount of time.
Shorter than a week.
Yeah. Guys,
Did you do?
Bob?
that might have been me.
Okay. So
You can't say anything to me, Otho.
I can! I can totally say something to you. Ah. Well, I guess, but you.
You know why?
The delegation was invited. Both delegations were invited to a peace process by a unknown wealthy nobility from Alderaan, and that family escaped unscathed, but
Mm-hmm.
one of the main mediators of this has not been seen since. So there is open hostilities once more, folks. The war has resumed.
Ooh, war means war profiteering. Yeah.
Profits.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm sure you guys are happy about that. Good profits, you know.
And yeah,
Hmm.
what are you guys wanting to do? What is Terran doing?
Not be seen.
Well, I think at about this point, Aaron is probably talking with 2V and like some of his other, say like bureaucrats that he's with. And it's like, all right, so this war story keeps popping up over here. It's about time we address this. We got to expand our business. People are still gonna want things shipped across that border, whether or not there's a capital ship in the way. So we got to keep looking for those offers. They're going to be desperate. They're going to want to pay even more. We got to get out there. We got to hustle.
So you
He's
are
giving a rousing motivational speech out there.
you are basically nonstop, probably for the last few days at least, of trying to figure out what business needs you have, and
With
honestly,
ships of mine are about to get impounded.
you're basically looking at the fact that because one of your primary clients is the Sith Empire,
Hmm.
and you've seen a small drop off in the amount of legitimate trade that has gone on for you, but it's the value of these trips have increased significantly because you are getting a danger pay as well.
Right.
So
And of course, every single ship of mine is a smuggling ship. Every single
yes.
one. So I'm paying attention to like some of the politics of it. I'm doing the business. I'm like, we gotta get out there.
Now,
Gotta see what people need.
no one has any idea of who it is. There's
Yeah.
no pictures of
None
the person.
whatsoever.
They
Mhm.
don't know anything about them.
Well,
All
unless
of
they're
the
about to put a shipping notice with us, it doesn't matter anymore, does it?
so you have several shipping active projects going on, because it takes weeks for these ships to get to the between their destinations.
Right, there's hundreds of ships here. They could be doing literally anything anywhere right now.
Yep, and you have actually one of your main tasks is bringing the food and alcohol requirements for the fleet
Mhm.
to the fleet, and you have a number of ships, probably 3 of your interceptor 4s,
Mhm.
with their respective complement of protection that you would put on them. You get a emergency break-in, not break-in, but like your
Hollow
holo
message or something,
your
yeah.
holo table basically beeps up and says, "Emergency, emergency! We got the emergency protocols are in effect for this particular uh, trade mission."
Oh dear. Well, bring us up to speed. What's going on? Or is it just the broadcast?
All it says is Republic cruisers came out of hyperspace, dropped us into real space, and we are surrounded. They are requesting our immediate surrender of all of our illicit goods.
Damn it. Well, they've already had it. Didn't expect I'd
It's
already be a casualty of
almost like SIS has been tracking you for some time.
Say it isn't so, but anyway.
The sky is also blue.
Wow.
Yeah,
Depends
highly
on which
expecting that.
planet.
Yeah,
Depends on which planet.
Very true.
right. But I'm definitely going to send the message back to them that for now, probably should not put up that fight right now. They anything that they have valuable, they got the smuggling compartments for. Otherwise, I mean, if this was a standard mission with just a couple of frigates and a small escort, they're not putting up a fight against the fleet.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah.
It's only one Republic capital ship and several like frigates and stuff like that.
Hmm.
So it's more than they can handle, obviously, but they are claiming that everything on their ships is illicit goods because it's being shipped to the Sith Empire.
Right. Well, I'll go ahead and once we've sort of like sorted that out for right now, probably look over to the other like board members here and go, well, things just changed suddenly, didn't they?
You
We're gonna
talking
have
to
to
the
do
players, or are
well
you?
to the board members here, so NPCs
Boys.
basically, because no one else is there yet. We're gonna have to do something about this. That's a profitable mission there. How much money? How much did we have invested in that? How many transports are involved right now?
You have 3 interceptor 4s there, and
Mhm.
quite a few of your other support craft as well.
Right. Now the support craft are cheap, but I mean, I could afford to lose a couple of frigates there, but maybe going to the rescue would be good.
It's not the frigates that are the problem. It's all of the stuff that's on them. This is
Right.
basically if this transport gets delayed, it would seriously hamper the Imperial fleet in their logistic support.
Right.
And so you'd probably got close to 20 million credits worth of cargo on these 3 ships.
Oh.
Thanks for the data input, TV. All right, gentlemen. I know it doesn't look good, but I think this is a prime opportunity to ingratiate ourselves immediately. Put ourselves out as the #1 shipping company that can get this done. And I know we don't have the forces necessarily to do a one-on-one fight, but I think I have a plan. And gentlemen, if you allow me, I'm going to go take care of that business. And I'll go ahead
You're
and
the
I'll like,
director for a reason.
yeah. And I'm gonna go ahead and stride on next door over to Otho first. And I guess like quick information, like where in the galaxy is this interception happening? Like, give me
Uh,
like a time scale away.
So it's well. Let me do some quick looking up here. Oh, come on. Why are you not working? Oh
Mhm.
yeah. Okay. So every map I look at puts everything in slightly different places.
I know.
Yeah.
It's driven me to badness. I'll say.
So you are actually not that far away on Nar Shaddaa. It's actually um it was coming from Kessel. Not Kessel. That was a misspoke. Klaatuin,
Mhm.
heading towards Ziost. And I can't find Ziost on this map. So, oh, there it is.
Right.
I,
So
okay.
not far away is basically all I want to hear.
So yeah, you're talking a jump from Nar Shaddaa to Klaatuin, and then along the path between there
Mhm.
to almost exactly where uh, the trade lane that Zool would be on, actually, because
Wow.
Yeah.
I'll say I
Korra,
don't know. You guys are in the southern quadrant of the galaxy. I'm in the trade lane that heads actually north. I misspoke before.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's fine. Ultimately, I'm going to end up calling Zool up about this too, and we'll get that information as soon as we do.
See, I was thinking of the Hydrian tradeway, which I could switch to. That's not a problem. I
Mhm.
think that's
well,
the one that goes towards Hut Space.
you've got the Perlemian tradeway and the Corellian run that Hut Space is in the middle of the two, right?
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
and since the uh, Perlemian run or lane is the closest one to Ziost, and in between Ziost and Nar Shaddaa, it works out very well for you to be at that particular trade lane.
Very good.
Unless you don't want to be up there.
Oh, the Corellian trade spine. I think that's what that one goes toward closer to Hut
Mhm.
Space, doesn't it?
Well,
Yeah.
here I will put this in. So we're all looking at the same map because every map is.
Well, I did
Yeah.
link the Star Wars Galaxy map, which is the
Yeah, that
searchable
sounds-
one, where you
seems
just
pretty-
enter a name of a planet and it'll show it to you like you're on Google Maps. It's very convenient. I
love
remember
that.
before was trying to figure out, because I've played many RPG, not like tabletop, like forum post stuff, where I've been trying to forge empires. And it's like, okay, well, I need to start with a sector, and I need to find my power base in that sector. Like,
Yeah.
where's all my Clone Wars droid factories that I can just take over so I can have,
Yeah.
that sort of stuff.
So on
Okay.
that map that you link, Korriban is
Yeah, that
close
last
to
one there is the
Ziost.
Corellian trade spine.
Yeah. So I don't really like the way it's really hard to see the details on that map.
It's hard to see on a lot of them. Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna actually load up the one that I was looking at
But
because
yeah,
it seems to actually be pretty good.
The
those
Corellian
details.
run is also one that goes that way.
Mhm.
Actually, what's this one
So
here? The Gamor run goes right around Nal Hutta and Nar Shaddaa.
Hmm.
Hold on a second. New handout.
And
Doing all
sometimes you
this.
mouse over a space lane you can't even
Yeah.
pronounce. The Utmian Habul goes right to Nar Shaddaa.
I'm sure that was perfect.
Nice.
It goes from Kishak, your home world, Terran, to Nar Shaddaa.
But what about the Wookiees? But
Actually, no. Kishak.
The dry attack.
Kishak to
Kashyyyk?
Randon goes across the Randon run,
Yeah.
and the Randon run combines into the Pabul to Nar Shaddaa.
right.
Oh, and it goes right around Hapes. It's fun to
All
pick
right.
up shit from Hapes.
So we got at least an idea of where Zool is now, I think, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm heading next door right now. I'm going to the monastery. And I'm probably gonna grab Baza first and like just intrude on whatever you're doing. What
Is
are
it-
you doing?
Isn't
Just lounging?
For me, yeah, you'd probably find me at one of the nearby bars, just kind of hanging out in the corner, stereotypical. Kicked feet up on the desk or on the table and just taking a small drink.
Okay, does everybody
No,
see that?
Just off in the corner.
What do we see here? Nope, don't see anything. Just red.
no?
You mean pink?
There's a pink boy. Oh, there we go.
Hey, there
Oh
we go.
goodness.
Oh, the
Fancy.
old style one.
My character sheet.
On.
Damn. What the?
Yeah.
So
What's the under region on south? Ah.
Okay.
that one's flipped around a little bit.
Oh, it is rotated. That's weird.
HUD is actually in the upper side of it and not the
Mhm.
so not the right side like it normally is.
Right,
But it kind of works pretty well because it shows everything that you need to see, but
Mhm.
Which one
I
are we?
can't suddenly see it.
Which trade route are we looking for?
So
Balmor?
the Perlimian trade route
Perlumian trade route.
is
It's the
where
purple one.
Okay. Oh, that's yeah. Okay.
there's lots of routes obviously, but
Mhm.
there's a route that goes from Nar Shaddaa through Klaatuin, and then
Oh, everything's turned around.
around and
Yeah.
over to the Zioth. And obviously you guys are aware of trade lanes that are not on maps regarding these specific planets because you guys go there all the time.
Mhm.
And so we'll just say that. But the thing that's important is it will take about 10 to 12 hours to get to where you are having your stuff attacked.
Right. So right now I'm barging in on Baza. I'm coming in. And Terran's already gone ahead and preemptively put on his power armor again. So he's walking in like he's the fucking Mandalorian.
I just
Flips
kind
up
of
the
look
helmet
over,
and there's just this happy Wookiee face like, hey, Baza.
I just give you a few blinks,
And
like,
slams down on the table. How
"How
you doing?
you doing? Hey, it's been a while. What have you been up to?"
A lot of things that got me really panicked and excited right now. You don't look like
Mhm.
you're doing anything, right?
No,
Right?
I'm
Good. I
completely
love to
free.
hear that. You're free to come work for me then, and he will literally yank you out of your chair.
I'm what?
Come on, we gotta go talk to Otho.
You're being conscripted.
But I never.
No, come on, it's good for you. You gotta get your legs
No,
working, you know.
Drags you
No,
bodily out of the.
Under the radar,
I've
right?
had a-
Wait, no,
I've
I
had-
can't say that.
I've had a long week at work. I was just kind of wanting to kick back and
Nah, it'll be fun. It'll be like good old times. It'll be great.
Alright, we'll see what Otho says about
Remember the
that.
sand people? Oh wait, no, you weren't there for that one. Never mind then. Don't worry about that one. Never tell anyone.
Yeah, I definitely know nothing about that.
Alright. And now
You
I'm
guys
dragging
are
Baz
awesome.
over to Otho. Otho, what are you doing?
Well,
Interrupting.
I'd say right now you'd probably be interrupting a sparring match at the moment between Otho and I would say both a human and a Syrian.
Mhm.
Or the big head ones.
Ooh,
Mhm.
big head.
So as you would probably come back in, they'd keep going for a while until they actually noticed you. And I'd say, alright, that's enough for today. Now, make sure to work on your reverse grip. It's not as good defensively, so you gotta make sure to really pressure me next time, or else I can keep this going forever. Alright. She's gonna kind of turn to you. Taryn, good to see you again. Trust
Otho,
business is good.
it is. And in fact, I got a business run I need to do. It looks like you're all warmed up for one.
Business run, eh?
Yeah.
I
Let's
swear, I
let's
swear I
talk
didn't.
about it in the secure room.
I swear I didn't show him where you were.
Well, I am a lot
It's
easier to
alright.
find
I
out.
already knew.
He just kind of walked in.
Hmm.
No,
Well,
no one said anything to the Wookiee in power armor.
no. I mean, it makes sense. I
Yeah.
hope this bit of business isn't political.
Oh, it's incredibly.
Oh,
Basil will be in the back, like, no.
Taryn,
Come on. Let's talk over here.
Taryn, I do have a commitment to keep the free
know,
city
I
and by
know,
extension
but
Nar Shaddaa as neutral as possible.
It's real simple. 5-minute adventure in and out. All right, maybe more
3-hour
like 12
tour.
hours. Maybe more like 12 hours away. But we go in, we can do a thing, and we can get out. As to what the thing is, I guess I should tell you guys about now.
Yeah.
Before I go start rope Zool in on this.
Yeah.
So there's like a little bit of a fight going on, a little bit of a skirmish, a war.
Yeah.
We're involved now.
We
Oh,
are.
it's got a rubber
I was
face.
just doing some routine food runs, and my ships are about to get impounded by a Republic capital ship.
Yeah, I'm not usually one to get involved with all that galactic politics stuff. No.
Yeah, I'm sure you've played quite low, Baza.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely
Sure,
not getting
sure.
them.
But
And you
look,
say this is food supply, right? You're not shipping weapons.
it's almost certainly food supply and alcohol.
Almost
But the
certainly.
fleet sort of needs that, and I'm pretty sure that if they don't get it, it's going to be pretty disruptive. So if we actually go through with it, we'll be incredibly in the favor of the Empire, and we will have secure contracts with them for decades.
All right. I'll leave one of my apprentices in charge of the acolytes, and I'll come with you, I suppose, as long as it's not too long.
It shouldn't take too long. The only thing is, I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to go about this, but I think I got something to pitch at Zool. And Terran will go ahead and pull out a small hollow communicator. He'll put it on the table, and he'll ring up Zool with the button push.
Yeah, you see how I'm sitting in this chair?
Yes.
You're getting snoked.
Captain, incoming message from a Terran. Shall we put it through?
No, there's probably a huge hollow communications terminal on my bridge. So you got like
To the
a
bridge.
you're like a life-size recreation in front of me, and I'm like I'm like
Just
phone
chilling.
size in front of you.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm probably sitting in a a chair like I'm sitting in this chair.
Well, let's be
Comfy
honest. It's a really comfy throne.
The comfy captain chair that spins around.
Oh, you know,
It's got a
the
bunch
way
of teeth dangling off the side.
you've seen the layout of like a Star Destroyer, right? Where it's like a bunch of like raised areas and you have lower areas where people are doing stuff. Well, I've just added like a giant chair into the
On
middle
top
of that
of it,
mix.
you
Yeah.
got your throne.
Yeah, I can just look down at everybody. Doing all right there, Steve? Tetris, huh? It's a bitch. Line piece, am I right?
Line P.
But Zool, hey, my friend, how's it going?
Doing good.
How's the chair?
What do you mean by that?
I mean, you look really comfy.
Yeah, I mean that's just a weird thing to say though.
I mean,
How's the
I
wife in chair?
I'll be honest, I want one every time I see it. Cool. I got a serious question for you right now. Whereabouts are you?
Not gonna say that on our open channel. That would be
Understandable.
foolish.
But give me like the vague estimate of say how far away you are from Narshada. I think that's good enough, right?
Sure.
Would you say like within 3 days?
Anywhere between
1?
5 weeks and a day.
Well, I'd love the lower end of it because I'm going to send you a secure little bit of information, and it's just going to be a small data packet. And when you receive that, you will see that the data packet is going to be location in space and composition of Republic forces.
Why?
So this is
Why?
actually you're going to be basically on the
Oh.
Zyos side of Liana, which is the closest planet on that Trillian way, whatever it's called.
Yeah, but I mean,
Just
from a character understanding point, normally if somebody would give you that information, that would be avoid this area, right? So
Oh no. I want you to go right to it.
why would I engage Republic forces?
Well, because I don't need you to engage them for very long. What I need you to do is to be a big distraction for me, because as you can see, I need a big distraction for a big ship.
When he sends the information, do I get like a rundown of the ships that are present, or
yes,
and what is it?
a capital ship, a couple. Basically, here I will throw you into that map. If you don't
Oh
mind.
yeah.
Nice.
Ooh.
Map time. I finally spent all my XP while we were doing that.
Nice.
All right. So
So
4 ships. You said 3 frigates basically, and a capital. What's the
Yeah,
capital
these
ship?
are mine.
the capital ship is just their normal. It's I guess it would be considered the equivalent of a Star Destroyer, but between a Star Destroyer and a Corvette.
That's wildly 2 different sizes.
Yeah,
You remember in the
oh,
first
off the
movie? Do
specs.
you remember in the first movie the ship the Star Destroyer is chasing down and they board?
So it'd
That
be-
was literally a Corvette, and that
It's
fit in the Star
basically a
Destroyer's
battle
hangar.
cruiser. It's a battle cruiser.
Okay, so more like a.
Say
Hold on.
my ship could
Yeah.
stand up to a Star Destroyer, but
Yeah. This is a little bit smaller than
Mhm.
a Star Destroyer, so
but we're talking with a bunch of support craft and everything.
I'm leaving the yacht at home.
you know that there is
You guys have ships.
probably 2 or 3 smaller vessels. They definitely are not expecting 3 free freighters to stand up to this capital ship. So
That is quite the risk, Terran. Why? Why would I do this?
Well, I mean, I'd say do it for me, but that's not a very convincing reason. I understand that.
Great.
But you know how most of that trade lane you're in right now is Republic space?
Well, I would say a good 50% of it isn't.
Well, the other 50% would be happy to have you as soon as the Republic starts chasing you again.
I'm not taking a side. What do you?
Well, okay, I'm not saying taking a side. I'm saying they probably would not shoot at you immediately for a few
They
minutes.
probably would. I've pirated both sides of this already.
They'd give you like a 5-minute head start. But look, I need this ship and mission to go down. I need those ships in particular. And I'm willing to put out the brunt of it. I can handle the support craft. I just can't handle that.
Yeah, and standing toe to toe with a Republic capital ship is gonna do significant damage to my pride and joy here. So I'm gonna need something valuable to put myself in harm's way.
You know I'm good for it. You know
Good
I'm
for
good the
what? Money don't repair damage. If I lose this thing, I am gonna be out.
Look, there's some huge profit involved on this. I can get you in on that if money's the concern and damage to your ship here. I'll even cover that as part of the deal.
Tell you what, I jump in there. Once those 3 interceptors are done their mission, they're mine. How about that?
All right. I mean, I'll throw you three of my shipping transports if you want.
Those. Specifically those.
All right. Well, once their mission's done, yeah, I'll go ahead and arrange a shuttle to make sure that the crew will get back to work.
Fine.
But they just need to get to their destination first, and then they'll go over to you.
We're on our way.
All right. Over and out. And I'll look back over to Otho and Baza and go, so there's the mission.
And from the table I say, you just said over and out, you didn't actually hang up.
Press the button. Is it this one? Baza, you understand this newfangled stuff, right? Where's the off button? This is
I
speakerphone.
just lean over him like, poof.
Be hang up for us, would you?
So there's the mission.
Gosh.
Oh. So why do you need me?
Well, Tara will kind of like go, I thought it'd be fun to do together.
Terran would know that the Republic troops will be sending people to board the freighters rather than shooting the freighters down. So you are going to need people to
There we
defend
go.
them.
Important mission information. We
Sure.
do need to take back the ships. And I know with you in front and me right behind, they don't stand a chance.
That I can handle.
Perfect. Then in that case, I'll go ahead and start scrounging my fighters. We'll go ahead and meet the hangar, and we'll head out as soon as we can. We got to make sure we time this pretty well with Zul, because I didn't actually tell him anything.
I mean, you did
You
send
do
me a
have
packet.
communication with him.
Yeah, I did.
And you also sent me a packet, so
Yeah, the packet probably has more detailed information of like, this would be the best time.
This is
We'll
the
try to coordinate
this is
around
the
here.
estimated time of our
Eminent arrival.
exiting hyper.
I'm operating on
hyperspace.
Windows estimation download time. So,
Oh no.
oh man, we're 24 hours away. Oh, 5 minutes. Oh man, 200 days.
Well,
What's like the rough number of support craft we have to deal with?
inconsequential. Let's just say that.
Okay, so I'm just bringing my Minster class frigate along and like a small escort of fighters then. The specifics
Probably.
don't matter unless you really want them to matter.
Yeah, just tell me what you want to bring.
Yeah. Like I said, the flagship's going here because I'm going on it. And then we have probably a couple gunships and then some of the the actual interceptors, the Sicken HH-87s, because those are interceptors and fighters.
And how many of those guys are actually already there?
I think I was calculating it ahead of time. Probably 5 of any of those 3 types.
Or interceptor 4?
Yeah.
Freighter?
Well, with the interceptors, it'd probably be like 1 of the crate gunships, 2 of the Sick interceptors, and then 2 of the Starhoppers.
Yeah.
That would be like the basic, like, this is probably important flight wing.
So, yeah,
Right.
though that's pretty heavily outgunned, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
So you're probably going to want to bring anything that you have that's support wise. I
Right.
would assume that you have quite a few of those on your flagship as well.
Right. The
more than-
flagship itself can carry 6 of them,
By the
Six
as
way,
well
each?
as 2
Six-
shuttles.
Just to continue the inquiry, what's the silhouette of the Republic capital ship?
5.
No, because I'm silhouette 9.
Nice.
Oh, hold on. Let me pull up the actual.
Is this still at 9 like
Important information.
huge?
But yeah, 6
Well,
starfighters on the
again,
ship
I'm
itself.
a salvaged, rebuilt Zim war vessel. Which, if you
But,
remember, anything about that, the Zim's flagship was supposed to be. They used to say Snoke's vessel, that massive thing. It's like, oh, they're about the same size or something like that, because Zim's flagships back in the day dwarfed everything. So
Nice.
So this would be roughly 7.
Okay, yeah.
but yeah, no,
There we go.
I field 120 starfighters plus. The part where it gets vague is my vehicle complement is numerous shuttles, landing craft, gunboats, assault craft, planetary vehicles, and landing barges. It only says
Yeah.
numerous, but the gunboats are what apply in space.
Right. And as far as my complement, I can carry 6 and 2 shuttles, but every single thing I have has a hyperdrive of 0.5 on it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, 'cause mine is primary class 1 hyperdrive, so you're, I guess, twice as fast. I don't really understand 0.5.
I think so.
0.5
I have no idea.
is basically twice as fast as the speed of light or something like that. I don't remember how it works actually.
Well, I
but-
just mean as
Yeah.
compared to a class 1 hyperdrive, a 0.5 hyperdrive.
So the lower the number, the faster it is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Mhm.
I guess you're twice as fast as me.
Yeah.
But
The
then
entire
again,
point of
I'm
my
a
fleet is
silhouette
speed.
9 ship, and you're a. I'm guessing a 5, 4.
I think I don't. I remember. I did the math a long time ago, and I was like, because I was like, oh, I'm gonna make sure that we do realistic times and all of this kind of stuff.
Oh
and
no,
it
no,
just
no! I don't talk about
gets so-
times. I was just asking what size his flagship was. That's all.
Oh, the yacht that he is in. I don't think
Oh,
it's.
he a yacht too. Baza and Terran are on yachts.
Well,
No,
I
I'm
guess
on
that's
the
the question, Boz. Are you going to put your ship into this whole mess, or are you going to be on mine? Because I will be taking you on one of the shuttlecraft.
We should probably be on the same ship then if we're gonna be entering together.
No, I
Okay.
know that Baza wasn't taking their
No,
yacht.
I said I'm not. I said I'm not taking the yacht. Like, what am I
Yeah.
gonna do? Shoot them with the
Oh, yeah,
lasers
you just
that
have
are
a
probably
I
just
know
for
you-
show?
I know you're not taking the
Yeah,
yacht. You
it's-
said that. I just meant that you're both
Yeah.
yachts. Terran and Baza are both yachtsmen.
My yacht
Holy
costs
cow!
over 2 million.
Yours is silhouette 9. Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no.
I have a really fun trait that I could use on one of these.
what?
I got oh crud, let me find it real quick. I think it makes whatever I'm piloting a silhouette 1 whenever it's being targeted.
Oh, that's cool.
No,
Tricky target.
I don't
Well-
think it works for capital ships. You have
Vehicle
to-
or starship.
Well,
Right.
my ship also has the additional rules of Massive 3. When making an attack targeting the starship, the
Oh.
critical rating of any weapons used counts as 3 higher, so it's harder to crit.
Oh.
Ooh, yeah.
Plus, Inspiring Presence 3. When the starship is engaged with the enemy, all allies gain 3 bonus to any.
Oh, I misread it. One lower. So instead of 9, it would be 8.
Oh yeah, you have one of those lower silhouette things. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, because I was looking at the captain specialization.
I completely misread that.
The captain specialization does that with one of the
Mhm.
Pride and Joy upgrades.
Okay.
So, I guess Otho and Baza, as we're taking off, we have our flight plan. We know what we're going to do. When we get in, the fighters are going to scramble and engage, and that'll give us time to take our shuttles and start trying to board. Shuttle 1 is going to be just security force, and they're going to try taking one of them. We'll be on one trying to make sure we take over another, and then afterwards, both forces will go for the third.
All right.
So we'll be all working together, and we'll try to do one by one if we have to. It's not like out of the ordinary to say like there's a small security mercenary force, right?
It's your game. So
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, those are what's going to be on the shuttle, and like up to 40 people can fit on there, but it's going to be just whoever's available.
You probably have at least 18 to 28, 26
Mhm.
security forces in 3 different squads.
Okay.
Does that make sense? So you would split those up into 3 different squads, and they would be able to.
Yeah. And we got enough shuttles to handle them too. So I think we're ready to go. We're going to exit hyperspace and we're going to immediately begin boarding.
Okay.
All right, let's just get suited up then.
Oh, we're just going straight in. All right.
So anything else you're doing before